Hey everybody, let's continue on talking about stress proofing yourself. And we've touched on so many different topics already. The fact that when you become stress proof, it's like you wear this stress proof vest, like a bulletproof vest, right? The bullets don't hurt you anymore. They still hit you. You still feel it when it hits you, but it doesn't knock you down or do damage to you. And so how we do that is by actually bringing stress into our lives, because you want to become resilient and resistant, right? Think of chicken pox, right? If you catch chicken pox, and let's forget about vaccines for a minute, right? If you actually get chicken pox, right, you become immune to it. Now you don't get it anymore, not because the virus disappears, but because if the virus enters you, your body knows how to deal with it now, and you don't have the symptoms of it. So if you get the flu, this year's flu virus, you do become immune to this year's flu virus. The reason everyone gets the flu or is susceptible to flu every year is because that flu virus is constantly mutating. In fact, they say every 3 months or so it mutates. So you have a brand new virus that's coming, but the old one that you had, if you had the flu, let's say last year, that virus, if that ever comes back, you won't get it because you're immune to it. So same thing with going to the gym and lifting weights. If 100 pounds is going to cause you to get hurt, but you work up to it and you get stronger, now 100 pounds will feel easy to you. So you're building resistance, resilience, you're becoming stronger, right? So now I want to talk about this thing, disease, right? Think of diseases that we all dread: cancer, diabetes, stroke, heart disease. These are killers. They're killing people. They're destroying families. They're ruining lives. They're breaking relationships. It's awful. It's horrible. We all know. I mean, if one out of 4 people gets cancer today, which is the national stats, then we all know. You, me, we all know somebody, at least one person, who's battled cancer. We all know somebody else who's had heart disease. And we may know many people who have diabetes. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's look at plants. All right, stay with me, okay? This is kind of different. But if you have a plant, that you love, and this plant is blossoming and it looks great. It flowers every season, and what do you have to do with it? You have to make sure it has soil, water, and sunlight, and it continues. But what if the plant gets sick? That plant starts to get sick. Do you have to label that disease? My plant has fibromyalgia. Does it really matter? My plant has plant cancer. My plant's heart is failing. Does it matter? Seriously, I mean, these are funny things. Hopefully you're laughing, right? Hopefully you're going, this is absolutely ridiculous. You'd never label a plant's disease. Well, why do we do that with humans? Because we're all physiologically the same, kind of like animals. And I'm not saying that humans are animals, because we have a soul and a spirit. And we can make choices, and we actually can talk to ourselves. I don't think animals talk to themselves. Forget about that, right? But just when you look at the physiology of the human body, it's an animal, just like a dog or a cat, right? And it needs specific things like that plant. So when your plant starts to wither, your favorite plant, the one you love, you take care of, you talk to all the time, and it was doing great, now it's not. What are you going to do? You don't need to label it with the name of a disease. All you have to do is say, let me check to make sure it has the right soil, and maybe add some fertilizer or change the soil. Let me make sure it has enough sunlight. And you go, maybe I need to put it in a different place. And maybe you're not watering it properly. That's the 3 things. And you do that, and this plant comes back to life, and it's very cool. And it didn't really matter if it had heart disease, or it was about to have a stroke, or if it had a tumor. It doesn't matter. You create the right environment inside and outside of that plant. And listen, here's the thing. You want to prevent cancer? Create the right environment inside and outside of your body. And you don't want your kids to get a disease? Create the right environment inside and outside of their body. Every human being needs these things. You need to have proper nutrition. Right now we're talking food, physical activity, and mental activity, right? So those are the 3 things. Remember the 3 dimensions of stress: physical, biochemical, and emotional, right? So those 3 have a on and off on each. So the physical has, you need to not only exercise but rest properly. Okay? The chemical part has, you need to take in good food and reduce toxicity. Has 2 sides to every coin, right? The third one, thoughts, right? You need to be thinking positive thoughts and eliminating some of the negativity like fear, worry, anger, doubt. Things that are bad for you. You eliminate those. So there's two sides to every coin. There's 3 coins. Those 3 coins are going to make you healthy. Create the right environment inside and outside your body. And that is the formula. I guarantee it. It's the formula preventing cancer, preventing heart disease, preventing diabetes, stroke, boosting your immune system, making you stronger. All of that. You want to stress-proof your life? That's the formula. We'll break it down even more next time.